Hello. You are watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media on all of our channels. I'm Mike Morales here in San Antonio, and that gentleman out there who is social distancing himself from every human being. Who are you, sir?
I'm Jim Johnston in Youngstown, Ohio, and I'm not socially distancing myself from my wife.
Yeah. But this is the kind of see, we're used to social distancing. This is what we
All
do.
right. Yeah. I mean, I interact almost all the time through video now. So
Yeah. At this point, this is how I get to know this guy. So
people are like, can you do teleconferencing? I was like, I think I can handle it.
Yeah, oh yeah. We got Skype now. A lot of our some of our last interview was a three people online, and
Yeah.
we now have we could stack them like the Brady Bunch. We could have all 9 squares like Hollywood squares and just talk to each other.
That's right.
Hey, tonight we're still doing some ready to drinks. This is a hot segment of the market, ladies and gentlemen, and look what we got. We got Cutwater tequila soda. Now, if this name sounds and looks familiar, it should, because Cutwater was the Platinum Award winner last year in our Blanco category for the Brands of Promise in 2019. They were really nice enough to send us another full bottle, and Jim has agreed with us. He was actually not the person that I tasted this with. Our other TJ Rick was the one, but they were nice enough to send you a one so that you could have a basis.
They sent it along with the can. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And again, award-winning tequila. It's worth its weight in gold. You guys may find it, but they posted a press release that they were just coming out. We had not seen this, but at the beginning of this year, they rolled this out, a ready to drink. And we've already had some really decent ready to drinks on Sipping Off the Cuff. This one we haven't opened it yet. We're going to do the same thing. Why don't we open it first and taste it, and then we'll give everybody the particulars.
Okay.
So as usual, I'm going to take a sip of this in at room temp. I'm going to pour it in my crystal, in my glass here, in my rocks glass. Oh, wow. Hey.
That's got a little bit more actual agave and tequila nose on it than the other ones we've tasted. Not that, this smells less like the flavor of the citrus and more like the tequila. Of course, this is a little higher alcohol than the last couple we had, 7%.
7%. So, yeah, the character really, it was like almost immediate. It looks like the bubbles just brought it up to you. And I'm not using a Glencairn or anything. I'm using a rocks glass, which is, the typical glass you might serve it to somebody, at home. There's no sense in we're not there. There's a soda water in it. I don't know if you can see anything with all the crystal designs on mine, but you can see some of the bubbles. But yeah, definitely right away, as soon as you open it, and this is at room temp right now, so as soon as I opened it, I got that, and it was extremely reminiscent of Cutwater, of their tequila.
Yeah, that nose is, you can tell what's in here, what the base of that is. And there's a lime and a little salinity, which is a little less lime rind than the ones we've tasted. This is a little lime juice, actually. I think it's coming more a little bit on the citrus side.
Well, does it say? It says lime on it.
It does.
We'll give you more particulars as we go through the tasting here, but the nose, definitely lime, tequila, and soda water. So let's give it a try at room temp and then go from there. There's some bitterness on the sides and the back end.
There is definitely, for as much as the nose hints at the tequila coming through on this, I'm getting more of the soda and the lime on the front of my palate.
Right.
And it's not till that bitterness at the end where it's interacting with the agave that I kind of get the sense that there's a little bit of alcohol in there. And for 7%, this does not present itself with the heavy alcohol content.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, that's not what's on the nose. Like I say, initially, I got a lot of agave. Now,
Yeah,
again, typically you're not going to serve this at room
right,
temp. Typically, you're going to serve it cold,
right.
either fridge or on ice. So I think we need to pour some ice in our rocks glasses, or however you want to do it, Jim. Sorry, I almost called him by somebody else's name. It's been a long day for me, folks. We've been tasting and dissecting a lot of tequila here at Tequila Aficionado because we know that you're probably sitting at home, sent home from work, figuring out what to watch and binge watch. I'm going to be able to give you some really cool information a little bit later on about what you're going to be able to watch. I'm going to pour some more in my glass, let it open up a little bit. That lime. Now I'm getting a lot more lime on the nose as it opens up. The bubbles have reactivated as they will. Of course, the nose is going to be a little bit more muted now because
Right. Definitely still soda water on it though. I mean, that soda's present in the flavor profile and the nose.
now you know what? Now that it's cold, the characteristics of the agave that we got on the nose initially
Right.
is now activating on the palate, and
Yeah.
it's mingling with the lime. That I guess we'll check the ingredients in a second, but um,
I tell you, this is it's kind of a blank canvas for a garnish of citrus, a lime or a lemon and grapefruit, to add just a little extra kick of fresh citrus in it. Because I think with the soda water and now on ice with that agave coming through a little bit more, that would be the perfect way to drink this is over ice, fresh squeeze of lime or maybe a grapefruit in there just to kick up that citrus a little bit more because it's a very mild flavor for a 7% where you can actually smell that agave coming through on the nose that much.
well, again, we're going to get into some particulars here very, very shortly. But um, what do you think? Do you like it? I think it's different than some of the other. Um, this is not calling itself. It's not calling itself a margarita
No,
or
this is tequila and soda.
tequila and soda.
And I honestly think that this is meant to have something in it, a garnish, a splash of lime juice,
Okay.
a piece of grapefruit in it, maybe float a little grapefruit juice on top of it just to give it a little extra citrus kick because this soda is kind of a blank slate on top of that agave flavor.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can kick it up a notch. I mean, by itself, on the front of my palate, it's like drinking straight up soda water. And then it's right in the middle where you kind of get like, okay, this has got something in it. There's a little agave, and then you hit the back. I think if you put some fresh citrus into this, it'll kick up that front part of it. And, this is an easy sipper, I'll tell you that. It's
Oh yeah, it's going down really easy.
ice cold, it'll be refreshing. I
Yeah.
think the problem with this is if it was a hot day and I had an ice cold glass of this, I might consume it too quickly.
Well, you're going to need to get a 4-pack or a 6-pack. I'm not exactly sure how these come.
Right.
Um, we didn't get any information sent to us with it. It was interesting because I had seen it as a press release. It was almost like they had just rolled it out, and I
Right.
thought, well, wow, that's cool because we just tasted their Blanco and loved it. And it says it's made with award-winning real spirits. Um, Produced and canned by Cutwater Spirits in San Diego. On the back, it'll give you a calorie count.
Zero.
Yep.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Zero carbs,
Zero
130 calories, zero carbs, and
gluten
no sugar.
and natural flavors. And it's tequila made from blue agave, combines with soda water and a hint of lime for a refreshing cocktail that's ready to enjoy anywhere.
And it says 1.5 shots of Cutwater tequila and soda water with a hint of lime at the bottom.
Okay. Um, Here's the thing, though. Okay, well, if they're claiming that they're using Cutwater tequila, again, Cutwater tequila is this one. So they tip what they haven't done is they haven't said made with 100% blue agave.
Can
But
they call? I mean, can Cutwater have another variation that is part of what they're bottling or canning in this?
I I don't know.
I
Uh,
don't know what the rule is on
I
that.
don't know the rules. There's some controversy going on with ready to drinks. Some of them are saying made with 100% blue agave, but I'm so used to looking for a nom number of the
Right.
distillery, and so far only one has done that for us, and that was Azulana, which was a winner in 2019 for us for ready to drinks. Um, there, and I'm not even sure if they have another version of this that they're using just so what's happening is they're canning this in San Diego, but
Right.
they're using their own tequila, which is 100% agave. But are we to assume then that we are assuming now, and assumptions can get us in trouble.
Right.
Uh, we're assuming that they're using 100% agave tequila for their own tequila for this product. Um, it must be a workaround, Jim, because we ran across that with another ready to drink not too long ago. You may have seen the video by now, where it said it was made with 100% agave tequila, but there was no nom number on the can.
Right.
Uh, in the past, ready to drink tequila, ready to drink mixes with tequila in them will have a nom number on them, just for the sake of transparency. So what they've done is they've kind of worked around that and said we're using 1.5 shots of our own tequila to make this. So rather than put 100% agave tequila and run across that problem,
Right.
would it be fair to say then, Jim, that we can assume that this is made with 100% agave tequila? Are we gonna? Can we go there?
I don't know.
Because I can tell you've had the Blanco now, and
Yeah.
and this, and it was very reminiscent. The nose was right on with that. So I'm willing to believe that they're using their tequila.
And are they? Is it worth it to not present that quality of a tequila in this can, but still use it? Why use that level of tequila in this can and not have the known number on it to really present this is the good stuff? Do you know? Is there any brand that's got a mixto that also has a bottle line with a gnome on it that you can think of? I mean, that plays with that or has that kind of.
I've had mixes sent to us, with no nom number in it, made with tequila, but nowhere on the bottle does it claim to be 100% agave tequila. So
Right.
that being said, we automatically just put it in the mixto. It's a mix. It qualifies, but we as consumers need to let you guys know this is made with a mixto. And the matter of fact, the funny thing was that particular mix had sweeteners in it, and it came with chocolate and blue, blackberry or blueberry or some kind of berry, and
Yeah.
you know whereas we've had Laughing Glass, which they make their tequila at another, or they make their mixes with tequila at another distillery that we know of, and they proudly put the nom number on the bottle, and their stuff is stellar. So I mean, that's another award winner from Brand of Promise winner from us.
Well,
So
and this says award winning, and it says Cutwater Tequila. The brand is on there. They say it has won awards. I don't know of any mixtos going out there and cleaning up at awards. So
so
I got to assume they they put their stuff in here
Yeah.
and didn't worry about the gnome number, or you know,
And it was probably a lot easier to do that
probably.
TTB wise. It's still, again, it's kind of a workaround. But I guess if it's okay with the TTB and they have an award-winning, they're known for their award-winning spirits, first of all. So if you look them up, Cutwater, they're based in San Diego, so I think they make whiskeys and vodkas and rums and everything that you can make within the U.S.
Right.
And the tequila they make elsewhere. The tequila, just to reiterate, the award-winning tequila, the brand of promise winner is called Cutwater Rayador, and it is made at Gnome 1110, which, as I recall, doesn't have a whole lot. It has a handful of tequilas that come out of there. So they sourced it from a really good, not a major maquiladora at all. Let's just call it what it is. If they're going to say it's made with their own tequila, let's just say this is made with a 100%. And the only reason I'll let it slide is because I smelled it on the nose initially. And that's what we loved about the Cutwater, was that it was very agave forward, and you could smell it from the nose to the intake all the way to the finish. It was very well done as a tequila.
Well, and our question the last time for the last ready to drink was, it said 100% on the can without a gnome. They are not representing 100% here, which makes me think that was a conscious decision on their part to just use their own juice and not worry about the hassle of put the gnome on there, so whereas we had questions about the last ready to drink saying 100% not having a gnome, they're waiting on all of that to get processed by the TTB and do all that stuff. Maybe the folks at Cutwater said, we've got good stuff, we're going to put it in a can, we don't really need to have a gnome on it, this is what it is.
I think that what this shows me also is that the ready to drink market is so fierce right now that everybody wants to jump on that bandwagon, because everybody wants to shoot down White Claw. Right. And even though White Claw, as far as I know, White Claw is not made with tequila at all.
No.
But there have been others that have been out there for a long time. El Jimador had one for years, and it's still available. New Mex, I think, is what it's called. Sickeningly sweet. Not a really good representation of the RTD division, but it was there. It was just another line item in their portfolio. I think in this case, they had to get that product out on the market to compete with what's flooding the market. Everybody wants to drink good stuff, but they want to drink less. So how do we feel about it? Do we like it? Is it a brand of promise winner, or?
I gotta say, I mean, I think out of the can, this needs a little bit extra on it, with the soda water profile, and that's just me. Okay. I honestly think with the nose of the Cutwater tequila on this and the 7% alcohol, I did expect just a little bit more of the actual tequila to come through on this, and I just get more of the soda water on it than I do anything else.
Okay. All right. So
I think on the flavor profile, maybe a little extra citrus on the lime side, or maybe a little bit more of the tequila profile coming through. It's just a little too soda water for me.
Okay. I'll buy that. Maybe what happened was they tried to rush this to market before they had actually literally perfected it. And
I tasted the Blanco, and I got to tell you, I would not adulter that Blanco. And if I were to do that, I would make sure that the flavor profile let that Blanco come through more. And it just isn't, for me, not doing that in this can.
Okay. I'll buy that. That's an.
So I'm actually saying, if this stuff is made with the juice, you got to let more of that juice come through the way it came through when I tasted the Blanco myself. So
okay,
I would encourage them to do more of that.
There you go. I agree. I think you're completely on the ball there. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our take on Cutwater Rayador Tequila Soda. Okay, you can find this all over San Diego County right now, and probably other parts all over the place. You know what? Nice packaging on that. It's very simple.
Nice packaging. And I tell you what, if you came back to me and it was 90 degrees outside, I might think differently with a squeeze of grapefruit in here. It just, I think on ice and dressed up a little bit with a little bit more citrus, this is a worthwhile thing to put in as an alternative to the crappy sugary stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's our take. That's Cutwater, tequila, and soda. You've been listening and watching and sipping. I'm sipping off the cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media on all of our platforms. I'm Mike Morales here in San Antonio. That gentleman out there is
Jim Johnston in Youngstown, Ohio.
and you have been watching all of us on all of our channels, and very soon
on the Quarantine Network.
under the Quarantine Network. We can make a good quarantini with this.
We should.
For those of you who are quarantined, and maybe you're watching us, maybe there's no more quarantine by the time we post this, but if you are, you could be watching us on our brand new Amazon Prime channel. What are we again? Amazon Prime what? My producer.
It'll be a series.
Amazon Prime series.
On Amazon Prime Video.
On Amazon Prime Video. So there you go. You've heard it here first. You may be last, but anyway, if you're looking for something to binge watch, we'll have a specialized season to get you going on streaming. You know, all of our tastings with all of our different guys. So that's it there. As we always wind up saying, though, tomar sabiamente.
Sip wisely.